Hello and welcome to my channel, Elements of Elle. My name is Chevelle. Here on my channel, I share lifestyle and faith content. I hope that you will join me weekly. I hope that you will like and subscribe to my channel. So on today's video, I'm going to share my shopping experience. I picked up some things from Nordstrom, West Elm, and Anthropologie. So if you haven't had a chance, I'd love for you to go back and look at my episode that I made about, or I shared a little bit of my fresh start testimony. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. So a few weeks ago, I went to JCPenney to return some curtains that I had purchased online. The curtains were too short and I didn't like the quality of the curtains. So instead of shipping them back, I decided to go to the store so that I could see what other curtains they had available. And to no avail, they did not have the length that I needed, and the selection was very slim. So I returned the curtains and I kept it moving. So I had been looking on West Elm's website, looking at their curtains, and they had a set of curtains that I was interested in, and I wanted to check to see if they had the curtains in store. West Elm is probably one of my favorite stores. So I go in, I'm looking, and I do not believe you can purchase the curtains in store. I do not believe they have them in store. I think you have to purchase them online. So they had a even smaller selection, or I shouldn't say selection, but the samples, because that's what they look like. They had the samples hanging. And I've purchased curtains from West Elm before, and I like the quality of the curtains. But the ones that I was looking at online, they did not have in store. And so the options that they had available, they didn't have the color that I was looking for. So, needless to say, I'm probably going to order those curtains online. I think I will be okay ordering them because, again, I went in a store and I kind of looked at, the few that they had in there. I looked at like the textures and stuff like that. So I think I will be okay. If not, I will be returning them too. So there were these bowls, pasta bowls, and they call them cereal bowls. I didn't know that that's what they were considered. But anyway, I had seen a sponsored ad come across my Instagram page, and I was going to place an order online, but I wanted to see what they look like in real life. So since I was there at West Elm, I started looking and I didn't see them. So I found them. They had them set up on a display over in a different part of the store. But anyway, let's get into these bowls that I purchased. So this is the bowl. Isn't it beautiful? This is the pasta bowl. And this is the color that I actually seen online. And in my opinion, they look even better in person. I love this color and this design pattern. Now they do have another color. I believe it's this blue, and it's like a greenish. I think it's like a greenish color. But I decided to stay with this. I just love this color combination, excuse me. So I picked up the pasta bowl, and then I picked up what they call the cereal bowl. I'm not a cereal eater. I rarely eat cereal, but I do eat oatmeal. So I think this will be, perfect for, again, if I'm eating like some oatmeal or having like a little small salad or something like that. I think this will be nice. But these are beautiful, and I do not believe they were selling them in a set in a store because a sales associate told me that they were going to get more in stock because the possibles they only had 3 available. So I took 2 of them and I told her that I was going to come back. Online, I do not believe they sell them as singles. You have to buy it as a set. So I'm going to check back when I go back to that area and see if they have more in stock. So that's what I picked up from West Ham. And then I went on over to Nordstrom. Now, the Nordstrom where I live does not have a big selection. And I don't want to say where I live because it's not really close to me, but it does not have like a big selection of things. Like the Nordstroms that I am used to, they have a variety of brands and things like that. This one is like more on a smaller scale. And when I say that, for instance, I lived in the metropolitan Atlanta area. So the Nordstroms there, they have like a big variety of brands. Of course, Chicago, the Chicagoland area. I'm from Chicago, so the Chicagoland area. And this one was just on a smaller scale. However, I went in because they were having their anniversary sale. And like I said, I didn't see anything. So I went on over to the fragrance counter and I stopped at the Joe Malone counter. And I haven't purchased anything from the Joe Malone counter in a long time. I think the only thing that I've purchased Joe Malone would have been like the little smaller perfume or colognes that they have, like when they sell them in the sets. Sephora was either having like their holiday or their spring event, and I end up purchasing it, but I end up, I think, giving it away. Like, but I was having like this love-hate with Joe Malone because one of my favorite scents, they discontinued. And so I just think I was no longer interested. There are a couple scents or fragrances that I purchased as well, but I was just turned completely off. However, I met this nice associate. She was really, really, really sweet. We had one of the most beautiful conversations. We were talking about like being in perimenopause and like the experiences we've been having, going through it. And it was just very refreshing to meet someone else that understood, this roller coaster that you will be on when you are in perimenopause or you're in menopause. And so that was really refreshing. What drew me to the counter was the display that they had for the Raspberry Ripple cologne. This smells really, really good. And so I was on the fence about if I wanted to either purchase just like the smaller size, because I don't know, I was thinking like this may not be a scent that I may wear enough. So I was like, no, I'm not going to get this. So, but however, she did give me this sample, but this does smell really good. To me, it does not wear long. It's not long lasting, in my opinion. So, but I did pick up some things, so let's get into it. And as you can see, we have the Joe Malone packaging, which I absolutely love. So I got a lot of samples. So let's go through the samples here. And I believe these are mainly serums. Some of them I'm not familiar with. So this is a Radiance Elixir. We have some mascara. This is the Jo Malone English Pear and Sweet Pea. Now, I sprayed this and I did not like it. I did not like how it smelled on my skin. This is this is an anti-aging cream. This is a regenerative serum. This is kind of heavy. So let's see what this is. Oh, okay. It's kind of has some weight to it. I may try this. I'm gonna have to look it up and research first. I can't be putting everything on my face. I have sensitive skin, so I'm not trying to have like breakouts, but peptide rich plasma. So I'll look that one up. It's a cream, but this packaging, I love the texture. It looks really luxe too, but there we go. Excuse me. This is another serum. I think I've seen this brand before. This is a Bright Eye Lift Gel. And I've never heard of them. I believe this is like a, oh man, what do you call it? Toner. I think this is a toner because it says moisten the cotton pad. Yeah, I think this is a toner, which I'm going to look it up and I may try that. And then the last one is also a serum. I think these are perfect for travel, to throw in your carry-on or your purse. So these are the samples that I got, and let's get into what I picked up. So I picked up a body cream and I picked up a cologne, a oldie but goodie, but here we go. This packaging is just everything, okay? Everything. All right. So I got some freebies here, so I'm going to show them to you. I don't know why I still have this in this packaging, but whatever. So I picked up the Mimosa and Cardamom body cream. Now, again, I've used this, so I just want to let you know I have used a little bit of this. I do not believe when I was buying Jo Malone that this was one of the creams that I was using. Maybe I did. I don't remember. The scent is it's a clean scent to me. It doesn't, the scent doesn't last long, but it's really, really clean. So, I picked up the body cream, and what I meant to get was the wood, sage, and sea salt. That is like my second favorite scent from Jo Malone. But I picked this one up, and I also picked it up in the cologne, which I was trying to do either one or the other. So for the body cream, since I had mimosa and cardamom, I was trying to do wood, sage, and sea salt, but I picked up the same one. So I'm not going to return it because the Nordstrom is not close to me. So we'll just have it. But yeah, I picked up this, And because I picked up those two, I got, oh, let me mention, she gave me, they had like these cookies or whatever. And so she gave me, the cookie looked like this silhouette or whatever. The cookie was not good. I'm just gonna say that. And then I got this cute little bag, and I got some samples, more samples. And in here, I got the blackberry and bay lotion. Now, I tested a little bit of this. This smells so good. Oh, it smells really, really good. And then I have the English pear and freesia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is one of my favorite scents as well. And I got a little travel size of the peony and blush suede. Now, I like this scent, but I feel like depending on what you are pairing it with, it can be very overpowering. So it's not a favorite for me. So that's what I got, the sample. And then I also got, I'm gonna take this out because this is real trifling. I left it in this bag. I got the frangipani. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Frangipani flower cologne. I got this. Now I smell this. It's a really light fragrance, and I don't think it will last. But I can't get it out of the packaging, so I'm just gonna show it to you. But I got it free. It was part of my purchase. So I'll wear this until it's done. But I think this is a limited edition anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. And then she gave me this cute. I got this cute. I don't think this is a scarf. It's a toilie. Isn't that cute? The raspberry ripple. So this is gonna be cute. Probably gonna tie that on my handbag. So that is everything that I got from Joe Malone in Nordstrom. But I'm not done. So, I placed an order. Well, let me go back. So, in talking with Tina, and I don't want to call her Miss Tina because we're very close in age. So the sales associate, Tina, she was like really, really sweet. And in having the conversation with her, I was talking about how upset I was because Joe Malone had discontinued the blue agave cacao. I think I'm pronouncing that right. The blue agave cacao. Now, the body cream. I never purchased the cologne, but I purchased the body cream. And I think I was only able to purchase the body cream twice before they discontinued. When I tell you this body cream, it paired with I won't say most of the Joe Malone because there were only like 3 of the scents that I purchased, but those scents, it paired really well with it. But one fragrance in particular that it paired well with is Tom Ford Black Orchid. I don't even know if that perfume is still available, but anyway, whenever I wore that combination, I got stopped like all the time. I got stopped by men and women. Anyway, So I was really upset when they discontinued this body cream because it smells it doesn't smell like, I don't want to say regular, but it's a different type of scent. It smells really good. It has like once it starts drying down, it has like a little powder smell, but in a good way. And they discontinued it. So I'm just trying to figure out why. Because when you look at the reviews, if you go and you put you put the name and you look the reviews, majority of the people is asking for this scent to be brought back. So in talking with Tina, she said, check the archives because sometimes they'll bring back different scents. So, I was like, okay. So I think like the next day or whatever, I went to Joe Malone's website and I was looking, and then I was like looking down at the bottom to see like if they had something specifically that said like archives or whatever, and I didn't see it. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm just scrolling, looking at the colognes, just scrolling, and what do I see? I think it says something like archived. And I was like, what? So I immediately go to look at the body creams to see if they have it under there. I'm like, if they have the cologne, they, probably have the body cream. But they didn't have the body cream. So I'm like, the cologne should smell exactly like the body cream. And I'm not sure why I never bought the cologne. I was only invested in the body cream because, like I said, it smells so good. And once I knew that they had discontinued, I had like a small amount left. I held on to that small amount, I think, for about a year. And then finally I was like, forget it. So I just used it up. But I ordered it. I ordered the cologne. And so it came, and here it is. I also ordered I think this is a 50 milliliter body cream. I'm not sure. Anyway, here it is. Blue, agave, and cacao. Now, I've actually worn this. I've sprayed it, and it smells just like the body cream. But to me, this does not have the lasting power that the body cream has. So I was a little disappointed, and this is quite pricey in my opinion. There is only one size, which I do not like that, there's not other size options, but it smells good. Like I said, it smells just like the cream. To me, it just doesn't have the lasting power of the cream. So, of course, I'm going to wear it. Like I said, for me, it's now just figuring out what body cream, which one of the body creams by Joe Malone will help this cologne have some sort of staying power, if that makes sense. So I did purchase that. It came, and then I got the wood sage and sea salt. So, and if I can remember, I think this is the fragrance combination that I would wear. So when I say that, I would wear the cream and the blue agave and the wood sage and sea salt in the cologne. And this combination, for me, it smells really good. So I'm going to order the larger size in this, or not order. I'm gonna go in the store and pick it up in the larger size. This, like I said, this cream is one of my favorites, the Woods Agency. So to me, this one, I feel like you compare a lot of the colognes, different colognes with it, and it wears pretty good. So that is what I picked up from Joe Malone. So I headed on over to Anthropologie. I actually had a coupon or not coupon, that sounds crazy. They had sent me like a discount code or whatever. But I forgot about the discount code. It didn't matter because it was specifically, I think, for like sweaters and entertainment. But anyway, I still end up getting these jeans. They were on sale. They were having a sale, so I ended up getting. So I'm going to show you what I picked up from Anthropologie. I picked up the cutest jeans. These are I think they're called the Colette. Yeah, the Colette. And I don't, Maeve is I think it's an Anthropologie brand. Maeve, if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, I'm sorry. But I picked up these jeans. These are, first of all, they're cutest. They're the cutest. They have some stretch to them, and they're wide leg. I'll show them to you. They are wide leg. And I put these on. They very comfortable. Like I said, they have stretch. And I looked at some of the reviews online, and these are, I guess you could say, a favorite. Or a bestseller. So I'm looking forward to wearing these once the temperatures drop. I cannot wear, they're a little thick, but I cannot wear these right now while the temperatures are where they're at. So I picked those up, and I also picked up, I thought this was so cute. It's a candle snuffer. I thought it was cute. It looks like a little bell, but it is just so cute. So I picked this up too. And yeah, so those are the two things that I picked up. And then, like I said, they sent me a discount code, and I purchased this sweater online because the code was for sweaters and entertainment. And I have been eyeballing this sweater because, once again, they know how to target you on social media. So I picked this up. Isn't this the cutest? I have a thing for puffy sleeves or whatever. This is so cute. It comes in it's like a charcoal color, and then the writing is like white. But I tend to buy a lot of black, so I decided to go ahead and get this color. And I think this is a cute color. This is the same brand as the jeans. And I just seen something on TikTok a couple days ago where this lady was saying that Anthropologie is they're gonna open this is their brand, I believe, Maeve. They're going to open a standalone store here where I live. So I'm excited for that. But that is my haul. I don't want to call it a haul, but those are the things that I picked up. So I hope that you will like and subscribe to this video. I hope that, or not subscribe, but I hope that you will like this video. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, and I hope that you will enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon.